Welcome to the Bookshelf Roast, where I, as the name implies, roast some bookshelves. Not literally, we do not condone burning books on this channel, but 28 extremely brave patrons of mine have sent me photos of their bookshelves for me to rip into to my heart's content. I'm going to be judging these shelves on their content, on their aesthetics, and whatever I feel like. I'm not going to hold back, and I hope they know that. But what are they going to do now? They've already sent them. Oh, and if you're wondering what gives me the right to do this, well, I'm wearing a Shirley Jackson t-shirt, which proves I know what a book is. So, look, I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I got to this point, but I like it. So let's jump in. Get ready for the destruction of a few bookish egos. Beck was the first person to email me their shelves, and I'm gonna be honest, a little bit too eager. I posted a thing on Patreon. Suddenly Beck was there. Were you expecting this? Did you have these photos ready to be judged? Is this like a shame kink thing? If so, buckle up. Beck has a massive wall of books. That's impressive. But let's take a closer look. The shelves are grey. There's a sofa in front of them that's grey, with a grey blanket on it. Are you afraid of colour, Beck? Are you afraid of joy? It feels weirdly homophobic, I'm gonna be honest. Where's your rainbow? Also, why are they all hardcovers? Either you're as eager to buy the newest books as you are to impress me with your bookshelves, or it's all for show. Oh, look at me. Pretty hardbacks. Pat me on the back. No, I'm not gonna pat you on the back. Also, what's this? Pokemon plushies? What are you, 5? You don't see me with Pokemon plushies. Oh, I got that in Japan. Now, Revy here has built a little obstacle course for their bookshelves. The books are pushed right to the back of very deep cubby holes with a whole selection of children's toys in front of them. Do you like a challenge? Do you not like the idea of being able to just reach for a book? No, you've got to earn it. Or do you just have like really long arms? And what's with all the toys? I'm genuinely concerned. I didn't think children were legally allowed to join Patreon. I'm gonna have to call someone now. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Also, most of your books are science fiction and fantasy, and then there's this sad little cubby hole of classics. And I don't know about you, but that cubby hole looks like the darkest and dustiest. Do you not like thinking, Revy? You just like your little kids' books, your little fantasies and your sci-fis. Grow up. Also, side note, Revy sent me a book to edit, and I feel like I might have stepped too far with that one. Please hire me. The book was really good. So Revy's a good writer, just a shit collector. Now, George, correct me if I'm wrong, but I opened up your photo, and what I saw on your bookshelf were video games. Those are in fact not books, George. They're video games. You know this is a book channel, right? Those are video games. And then just off to the side, we've got a very precarious, big, tall stack of Berserk manga next to video games. Do you like Dark Souls, George? I bet you like Dark Souls. Well, me too, so fine, we can be friends. But these are stacks of books, George. This is a bookshelf roast. You sent me video game shelves and stacks of books on a desk. What am I supposed to do with this? You're eliminated. Get out. You did also include a picture of your cat, so you're back in, but I'm not happy about it. Also, in his email, George said, I assume this is more about judging people's setups, and you're right, I've done that. And then George added, good luck judging my taste. It is unimpeachable. So I had a close look, and George is right. Like, that's they're really good books. So, good roasting, Willow. Next, we've got Leah, whose bookshelves don't have any ends to them. Leah likes to start a book around page 50 and stop before the end. The middle's where the good bits are, right, Leah? So, cut off the ends. As for the quality of your books, Leah, they're also really good. But it looks like you've tried to play Tetris with them. You wouldn't have to stack your books up like that if your shelves had ends. Please, someone explain this to Leah. This next email is from Matthew Mercier. Do you like D&D, Matt? If you don't, that's not going to make any sense. Also, Matt's photos are sideways, and that hurts my eyes. And I was about to just honestly eliminate him for that. But then I noticed that one of them is a door. One of your shelves is a f***ing door. Well, joke's on you, because this is about shelves, not doors, so you're eliminated. And it's not because I'm jealous. Don't say it's because I'm jealous. I'm not jealous. I've got loads of doors, see? Door. When I first opened up Erin's email, I saw a bunch of comics. Not books, are they? Batman comics, Marvel comics, Watchmen. As for the novels, we've got Brandon Sanderson, Robin Hobb, John Gwynne, Samantha Shannon, Frank Herbert, Joe Abercrombie. How's your Tumblr going? In Maya's email, she said that she had to get rid of most of her books when she moved. So what I've got here is a photo of a handful of books I don't recognize and some Douglas Adams. The f*** am I supposed to do with that, Maya? I don't know why I even have a Patreon at this point. That was a joke, please join. You can do fun stuff like this. Oh, my cat's awake. Oh, she looks mischievous. Sit down, lie down. Now, Baldwin here has sent me a photo of what looks like the deepest, darkest corner of his attic. Baldwin, is this some weird, twisted, prosaic version of the picture of Dorian Gray? Do you keep your books in the deepest, darkest corner of your attic? And if ever you go near them and accidentally read one, you turn into an old book? Now, I did ask all my patrons to include their pronouns in their emails because that's just good manners on my part, and I'm, to use George's word, unimpeachable. But Leanne didn't listen, so I'm gonna have to make up some pronouns for you, Leanne. But Leanne was also daring enough to send me their shelves and their partner's shelves. Just sound German. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to the Germans. And it is a little bit weird that their partner's shelves are just as tidy. Did you do that, Leanne? Did you tidy up just for me? Do you keep your partner's shelves as tidy as your own? Because there's no way you're both that anal. However, your partner's shelves almost entirely consist of The Complete Wheel of Time and a lot of Stephen King books, so commitment definitely isn't one of your partner's issues. Congratulations. As for yourself, there's a bit of color coding here, something I can never decide if I respect or loathe. I'll let you know. I'll email you and tell you if I like you or loathe you. As for the books themselves, well, most of them are by naughty women. I like naughty women. Zoe has inexplicably sent me a photo of what looks like a very, very high shelf and a very, very deep bookcase. Why are you keeping all your books out of reach, Zoe? Or are you just really tall? Also, on that very high shelf, right pressed up against the ceiling, are all the Skullduggery Pleasant books. Now, I've never read these, but I'm pretty sure they're children's books. Why are you keeping kids' books on the top shelf? You're not a newsagent. Newsagents don't do that. They put naughty things on the top shelf. You get the joke. You get the joke. Shut up, Willow. Jason. You're trying to impress me, aren't you? You're trying to get points. You've displayed my book very prominently in the first photo. Unfortunately for you, it's on a Kobo, which isn't a book. And you think I like people who suck up to me? Well, you're right. I very much do. If this was a prize thing, you'd win the prize. But I also have to disqualify you because what's underneath my book? I count 3 Murakami novels. 3 Murakami novels, Jason? 3? That's insane. We don't read Murakami on this channel. Yes, just because one of my most popular videos ever is me talking about Murakami before I transitioned, and we don't talk about that. It's a bad memory. I could delete the video. I know I could delete the video. I know it's embarrassing to have a Murakami video with like 200,000 views. I know it's embarrassing, but it makes me money. I like money. I'll sell myself out for a bit of money. Murakami's not that bad, okay? I'm not reviewing John Boyne books. That could be fun though. Anyway, Jason, 10 points. You're the only one who gets points though. It doesn't mean anything. You're not special. Also, it's a little bit eerie because on Jason's third photo, you can see a big shelf of Terry Pratchett cloth bounds, which my partner has a whole load of, and then The Hobbit sitting on a special little stand. My partner has about 18 copies of that book. Are you trying to get between us? You can't threaten me, Jason. You can't come between my partner and I. That's not... Are you doing that? Next up, we've got Starfire, who's got a corner bookshelf. Fancy. I like that. However, you are immediately eliminated for all of the Funko Pops. But one of those Funko Pops is the entire band Blink-182. That is unironically awesome. Okay, you're back in. And there's a copy of The Raven Scholar, so... Also, a lot of light. Why am I so jealous of sunlight? I live in Scotland. Also, on top of the shelves is a Budweiser box, and I was like, what funny thing can I say about that? Then I read the email again, and I noticed... I don't know if I have permission to say this, but Starfire has put, the Budweiser box is where my dad currently lives. Which is the kind of thing that's so shocking. It's hilarious. I I appreciate your sense of humor. I just emailed Starfire to make sure that I could mention the fact that their dad is in a box in the photos. And they replied, yeah, sure, you can mention it. Gotta make sure my dad's still got reading material. I love my patrons so much. This next set of pictures was sent to me by B. Barnes, whose novel I also edited, so I have to be extra nice? No, the other thing. B has color-coded their shelves like it's 2021. I've decided I don't like it. That's where I stand. Or do I? Also, sorry, B, you've got books on one side and manga and video games on the other. Was I not clear about the assignment? If this was school, what do you think I would say? I was a teacher, you know? And I was a really bad one, so you're lucky. You do get points for chaos. I like chaotic shelves, and there's some chaos here. I like the fact that you've got color-coded books, but it's also complete chaos. I don't know how you pull that off. I think that's a unique talent, and I'm impressed. But also, sorry, I can't hold my tongue anymore. A few people have sent me these, and a lot of you have these shelves that are like wooden shelves with these metal frames on the side. And I have to tell you, it's the most American thing in the world. I don't see these shelves in the UK, or anywhere across Europe, or in East Asia. Literally, it's the most American thing I've ever seen. Wooden bookshelves with these hollowed out American metal frames on the side. I remember going to visit a friend in Los Angeles. I walked into their apartment, and they had those shelves. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm in the States now. What is it with these American shelves? I don't like them. Man Carrying Thing has them. And I know he watches my channel, so I want him to tell me, what's with these shelves? I've seen them in your videos, man. Don't hide from me. Speaking of how much I love my patrons, this next one says, I'm Jennifer from Oklahoma. Oversharing. Don't need that. I don't care where you're from, Jennifer. And my honest reaction looking at these shelves is, you've got some books, they are on shelves, congratulations. Would you believe me if I told you that I got 2 emails in a row, both from people called Mark, and both of them spell it with a C? And for the first Mark, I have one question. You have a Psyduck in front of a pentagram. What kind of demons are you summoning, Mark? I feel a short story coming on. And as for the second Mark, what we have here are shelves that are sparse but beautiful. And Mark, that is a design philosophy for pubes, not books. Gonna be honest, Maddie has really annoyed me because, as you can see here, Maddie has sent me a photo of 1 and a bit shelves. What am I supposed to do with that? The assignment was shelves, not shelf. What are you hiding from me? Why just the 1 shelf? I know you've got more. You've teased it in the photo. I know you have more shelves, Maddie. Why just the 1? What's on all the others? I see Kurt Vonnegut on the other shelf. It can't be that bad. What's under the Vonnegut? Sarah J. Maas? What are on the other shelves? Show me your fucking shelves! Now, Laura has specifically asked for forgiveness for all of the Murakami books. No. Right, Victoria, I'm gonna be honest. I love this, but I showed this to my partner and they had a panic attack. I like the chaos. They don't. But we just need to do something. Hang on. Can we just zoom in right here? Right there. What's that about, Victoria? What are you hiding? What are those books? The people deserve to know. What's that pile? What are those books, Victoria? What are they? Tell me now. What are the books? We deserve to know. Logan has sent me 3 photos. The first is a bookcase full of manga. The second is a close-up of the top shelves. And the third is a close-up of the bottom shelves. Manga. Lots of manga. With little boxes in front of them. I didn't roast you. You did that to yourself. Logan then sent me a second email with all of the novels. They're fine. Now, these very atmospheric photos from Shona are really giving vampire vibes. Now, I know you live in Australia, Shona, but if you're a vampire, you have to tell me. No, that's cops. That's cops. Still, could you tell me though, because that's really cool. Also, I've only just realized the first photo is your shelves and all the other photos are close-ups of those same shelves. I feel patronized, but that's fair. I am stupid. Now, Robert, Do we have another Tetris player on our hands here? Most people are not going to get, the vast majority of people are not going to have a clue what I mean here, but Robert's photo is really giving school English department storage cupboard. I can't explain it, but when I look at this photo, I don't see a person's private bookshelves. I see an English department storage cupboard with like 30 copies of 1984 on one shelf and 30 copies of To Kill a Mockingbird on another. And then right on the bottom shelf, you've got loads of Seamus Heaney. I know literally none of those books are there, but you've got a school vibe. Latise, why are there shoes on your bookshelves? And why is there a chicken on your books? And why is there a framed painting on top of a stack of books? On top of a stack of books? What are you trying to do to me? Did I do something to you? Okay, you've redeemed yourself literally immediately on the next one. Because there's a trans flag. Because there's a Venetian theatre mask. Because there's a map. I don't know what the map is of, but I like maps. And then there's this thing. Whatever this thing that you dragged out of hell itself is, I want it. I want it right now. You send me that. Now, Christine's bookcase, at first glance, seems pretty flawless. Next to a window, but not facing the window, so they're not going to fade. These will. There's a window there. I think about that every day. You've got potted plants. You've got Lego. And the Lego is also nature-y. The books are all lovely. They're displayed beautifully. But then you really take it in. And you realise the bookcase is grey. Don't look too closely at this one, it's not grey. A grey bookcase, you're starting to feel a bit of back pain. Back pain has just sort of reared its ugly head in the last year or two, yeah? 5 Sarah J Maas books on the bottom shelf. You thought I wouldn't notice? Sarah J Maas on the bottom shelf because you're a bit ashamed. And a big grey bookcase. Yeah. Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. You wrote in your email that your novels are all alphabetized. Brackets, naturally. Don't take that tone with me. Don't judge the fact that I have no system here at all. Why are you coming for me, Ollie? I'm not the one getting roasted. Just because I don't even keep 2 books by the same author next to each other on my shelves and I just randomly put things anywhere at all. Don't judge me. That's literally my job. I feel it. I'm being attacked. I'm being police. I've never called the police. I'm joking. I would never do that. I'm trans. I would never call the police. Also, Ollie, I really want to just appear next to your shelves and hold them up like Atlas. That is genuinely causing me stress. Can you fix the bowing? Can you, please? I don't, Oh, hey, look, more American shelves. I don't know why I have a problem with these. I just do. They bug me. Okay? Anyway, whatever this lamp thing is, big fan. Big fan of that. It looks like it would hurt to look directly at it, but I like how weird it is. A lot of hardcovers. A little bit overeager. Yeah, okay, just because I have lots of hardcovers. Shut up. Also, you've got those sleeping Pokemon. You've got a sleepy Charmander and a sleepy Bulbasaur, and I'm gonna be honest, the sleepy ones freak me out. I don't mean to ruin them for you, but they look like they're dead. Like, my cat's asleep right now, just over there. But if I poke her, she'll wake up. If you poke your Charmander, it won't wake up. At least half of Tove's books are sideways. That's literally why we have bookshelves. See, now the way it works is, if you put a book on a surface, you're probably going to lie it down. Surface area, gravity and all of that. But when you get a bookcase, they stand each other up. It's like camaraderie. They support each other. So you put them together and they take up less space. And then you can put them all in a nice row. Life hack. You're welcome. Also, you've got a lot of toy cars, and I don't like cars. You should have thought of that before you sent them to me. Why didn't you know that about me? Do I look like I like cars? I don't even know what I drive. What do I drive? It's white. My car is white. Their name is Tonkotsu, and they use any pronouns. That's what I know about my car. It's not even my car, it's my partner's. And finally, we have Fernanda. This is nice and easy. First picture, too dark. Second picture, ironically, too light. Third picture, too many Funko Pops. Luckily, you've got a cat, so that's a close one. Hope you enjoyed this. And I think, personally, this was great motivation for any of you watching this who aren't on my Patreon to become patrons, and then we'll do this all over again with your bookshelves. That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. Let's all do that. Repeat after me. I'm gonna join Willow's Patreon right now for as little as $1 a month so that I can take part in the next one, because this is really fun and I really think that Willow's cool and clever and she's really hot and she would like some support on Patreon, please. Thank you. Okay, bye. Subscribe for books.